Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.
A pious person, he once saw a child who was crying outside his madrasa. So he's passing by and he sees a child is crying outside his madrasa. So because he felt sorry for him, he approached the young child, and this pious person asks him that, why are you crying? What's the reason that you are weeping? What is the reason that you are crying? Now, my dear respected Islamic brothers and the viewers of Madani Channel, the response that this young child gave was a little strange. The young child said, today my teacher has written a few sentences in my notebook which has made me extremely restless, and this is why I'm crying. So my dear respected Islamic brothers, the pious person, he looked at him and he said to him that, please show me the notepad where your teacher has written these few sentences. So the child, this young child, he gave his notebook to the pious person. Now when the pious person, he also seen what was in the notebook, he also became surprised. And what was in this notebook, my dear respected Islamic brothers, was a few ayahs of the Holy Quran. These were the ayahs number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 of Surah Al-Tukasur. Translation from Kanzul Iman. The love for seeking extra wealth kept you neglectful until you reached your graves. Yes, certainly you will come to know. Again, yes, certainly you will come to know. Yes, certainly, if you had known with the knowledge of certainty, you would have not loved the wealth. So my dear respected Islamic brothers, the reason why this child, he is crying outside his madrasa is because his teacher has written these first 5 ayahs of Surah Al-Tukasur in his notebook, and this made him weep and cry in the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. So this pious person, he read these verses and he said to the young child, the old child, or young child, these are only the first 5 ayahs of Surah Al-Tukasur. Tomorrow when you go back into madrasa, your teacher may also tell you the next few verses of Surah Al-Tukasur. Now look at the enthusiasm, look at the passion of this young child. That this young child, he asks that, please tell me what the next few verses of the Holy Quran are now. So this pious person of Allah Azza wa Jal, he recited the remaining ayahs of Surah Al-Tukasur. Again, from translation from Kanzul Iman. Indeed, you will see hell. Again, indeed, you will see it with sure vision. Then on that day, you will certainly be questioned regarding the favors of Allah Azza wa Jal. Now, my dear respected Islamic brothers, extremely terrified by listening to the descriptions of hell, the child, he fell onto the ground, trembling, crying. He fell onto the ground, and this caused this child, this young child, due to this he passed away. Now the teacher of the child, the parents of the child, they rushed towards the scene, and they seen that this young child, our young child, he has passed away. So what happened next? The pious person, he was charged with murder, and the righteous man, he was prosecuted before a qazi, a judge. The qazi asked the righteous man, before he was going to sentence him, before he was going to send him to prison, he asked him that, would you like to say anything in your defense? The righteous man related the whole story, that this is what happened outside the madrasa. This young child was crying. He was crying because he read the first few ayahs of Surah Al-Tukasur. So he told the whole story. Now, my dear respected Islamic brothers and the viewers of Madani Channel, the Qazi, once he heard the whole story, he finally ruled that the child was very pious and he had been martyred by the sword of the divine fear. The righteous man, then he was respectfully released. My dear respected Islamic brothers and the viewers of Madani Channel, today we read our messages, we read our social media, we see what's happening on social media, we read our messages all the time. We're checking that, let's see whose message has come, let's see what that person is saying, let's see what that person is saying. But my dear respected Islamic brothers, today we read messages from our friends, our family, but do we read the message of Allah Azza wa Jal? Do we read the words of Allah Azza wa Jal? Do we read the Holy Quran, my dear respected Islamic brothers? The Holy Quran is for our guidance. But how much do we read the Holy Quran? The Holy Quran, my dear respected Islamic brothers and the viewers of Madani Channel, just think to yourself, there's going to be many people that are watching this. Within our homes, we've got the Holy Quran. But think to yourself, when's the last time that we read the Holy Quran? When's the last time that we opened the Holy Quran? No doubt, the Holy Quran being in our house, there is barakat because of this. But my dear respected Islamic brothers and the viewers of Madani Channel, if you actually read the Holy Quran, if you actually open the Holy Quran, if you actually read the message of Allah, if you actually read the words of Allah Azza wa Jal, know that this is more barakat for you, inshallah Azza wa Jal. So my dear respected Islamic brothers and the viewers of Madani Channel, we must read the Quran. Normally what happens is in the month of Ramadan, That's the month. Alhamdulillah, we take the Holy Quran and we read the Holy Quran. But why only 1 month in a year? Every hour we look at our phone. Every so often we look at our phone. Then let's see whose messages come. But when's the last time we read the Holy Quran? You know, a beautiful picture, it crossed my eyes that there was Facebook, last seen 10 minutes ago. WhatsApp, last seen 3 minutes ago. Viber, last seen 1 hour ago. But the Holy Quran, and there was a question mark there, the last Ramadan. So how much do we read the Holy Quran? How much is our attachment to the Holy Quran? And you know, a beautiful Muballigh of Dawateislami, he mentioned a beautiful Madani quote. He says, you know, you open your messages today. You read your messages today, whether it's on WhatsApp, whether it's on Facebook, or whatever platform of social media. You open your messages. Some messages, they will make you happy. And other messages, they may cause some distress to you. You may get some bad news because of some messages. But my dear respected Islamic brothers, you read the Holy Quran, you read the words of Allah, you listen to the words of Allah, you listen to the kalam of Allah. This will bring positivity in your life, inshallah. There is no negativity in the Holy Quran. This will bring a positive thing in your life, inshallah. So make one intention that every day, inshallah, we are going to try to read the Holy Quran. We are going to try to recite the Holy Quran. We are going to try to open the Holy Quran and read what the message of Allah, the words of Allah, inshallah.
We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.